when's the first time you and him established a relationship where you started working with him as his bodyguard? And when is the last encounter you had where you worked for him? First time to the last time, what was that timeline?
Well, if you say the first time, it would have to be in round 90 when he got jumped into a group of ours called the Same Gang.
Literally jumped into.
Right.
Like when I think about jumped into, I mean he's jumped.
Well, he ran first.
Okay,
and
got
then,
it.
And then the guys caught him. And if you look on the back of my book, that's the crew right there. On the back of the book. The younger guys caught him. We was on 44th and 8th Avenue, 144th Street and 8th Avenue. He ran down to 127th Street. And they caught him and they brought him all the way back up, roughed him up pretty bad.
How bad was it?
It wasn't bad at all, but it was enough to embarrass him real good because D. Ferg, who was one of the, like A$AP Ferg father, he's a rapper. He owned the clothing line. Him and Puff was real close. So he didn't want him hurt too bad, so we just more so embarrassed him, the older guys, like taking champagne bottles, splashing in his face, hitting him with cakes in the head and everything, smacking with cakes and everything. We let the younger guys rough him up, you know what I'm saying? So that was about in 90 when he got into the Same Gang.
So he's born 69, 90, he's 20, 21 years old when this happens.
Yeah.
Was he tough? His father was a tough, somebody that was in the military and was linked to Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas, and he was a heroin dealer. So maybe he had a little bit of the genes, but was he somebody that you would say he was a tough guy, he could stand up, he wasn't afraid?
Puff wasn't no pushover.
Okay.
I don't know why people would think that he was just a total pushover. He knew, like certain guys do, they know who to mess with and who not to mess with.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's any guys in the street. It's very few guys that don't care who the guy is. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I grew up in St. Louis, we went toe-to-toe. We didn't care who you was or where you was from or what's your size or nothing like that. We were taught like that. So to get back to your question, it was about 90 when he got jumped in, and he was having a problem at a club called The Building and the Red Zone. The Building is where he did unsigned hype. That's where you seen Queen Latifah, leaders of the new schools. If you looked at that movie Juice, where they did the DJ that was playing, they had the DJ contest, that was The Building, and they filmed it there. So Puff was actually doing the unsigned hype in that place. And he was having problems, and he needed to get the money home. He needed to get the money home, from collecting the money that night at the place, then make sure he got home safe. So D. Ferg said, why don't you get Gene? Gene will do it for you, you know what I'm saying? So he asked me. So I was making sure that he was taking the money back to, at this time we were going to 111th Street and 5th Avenue where Kirk Burroughs used to live at. And I would either follow him or drop him off right there at Kirk Burroughs' house.
Now at this point, is Diddy making money or not yet?
No, he's not making money like that.
What's he doing? What kind of money is he pushing? What is he?
I couldn't tell you that, man, finances, but I could tell you that he was doing parties and he worked for Uptown Records.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know the revenue in which he was.
But he's not yet a millionaire. He's not yet driving the cars and all that.
He had a Cabriolet. A Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Cabriolet.
That's literally what he drove?
Yeah, that's what he drove.
Okay.
It was convertible. What do you say?
So for you, Gene, at the time, who are you in 1990? Are you somebody with a reputation? And if yes, what's your reputation in 90?
Well, I helped start the Same Gang. That's the crew that we had. It was me, Mike Owens, they call him Mike Cock at the time, Rick Dogg, Tone Wop. They did a whole song about Tone Wop, because he used to dance at the Rucker. The guy named Tabadoo, D. Ferg, and myself, you know what I'm saying?
Who's the toughest dude out of all of you? Would they say you?
They would say me.
They would say you.
Yeah.
So you're the guy nobody crossed at the time.
Well, I wouldn't go for that, so I'm not gonna put that tag on my back, but you ain't playing with me.
Was Diddy feared? Was he liked, loved, feared, or respected?
Who Diddy?
Diddy.
He was none of those.
What do you mean he was none of those?
He was none of those at the time.
Oh, at the time.
So you're talking about at 90.
90, yes.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even scratching the surface at the time.
I got you. But you guys kind of see that he may be somebody one day.
Well, Alpo known him because he used to go to D.C., and Puff used to give a lot of parties in D.C. So Alpo said that himself, that Puff was going to be somebody.
What did Alpo see in him?
I guess the hustle.
Okay.
I guess
the
he's
drive, the
himself.
ambition.
Yeah.
What was he pushing at? Was he selling anything at the time, or was he, did he?
The parties.
That's it. He's not selling any dope. He's not selling coke. He's not selling nothing.
Nah, he's not doing that.
Okay,
he's just selling the parties
and
getting the artists and everything that together, stuff like that, giving them street flavor. Because before him, I don't think the hip-hop artists, the R&B artists, represented hip-hop. You understand? They were more like the R&B, maybe like the Temptations, the Temptations and things like that.
Atlantic Star.
Yeah, to get back in there.
I got you.
So he brought that street flavor to them with his girlfriend, Misa Hilton, at the time.
Got it.
So this was in 90. So now he's rolling with us every time we get in parties and stuff like that. Don't leave us alone, because we would all go together and everything like that. And then in 91, that's when the City College tragedy happened. You understand? And after that, I stopped dealing with him because he didn't listen to me that night. You understand?
What'd you tell him for him not to listen to you?
I told him, if we don't clear that door up, people gonna die here tonight. Several people heard me tell him that. I told him that. I said, if we don't clear this door, he said, Gene, just let the Nation of Islam do the door. This guy named Brother Anthony and them. He said, just let them do the door, Gene, and you just handle downstairs in the gym where the stars at, so nobody will mess with the stars. Because he had cut my budget. We were supposed to have 18 of my guys there, and I only had like 8. So we was inside the gym. But I was upstairs during the time of the incident.
What's he paying you at this time? Like when you have 8 instead of 18, what are you guys making when he hires you?
At that time, we talking about 90. He was giving us this was only supposed to be a 4-hour gig, $150 for them, $150, $200, no more than that.
$150, $200. So if he's hiring 8 people, you're talking about $1,200 is what he's doing.
About that. Or
okay.
So.